Hey guys, Lindsay here. I just want to do a quick video today about the 30-day sugar detox that I did recently. I started in January and the last day for it was February 3rd, which I think was a Wednesday. And I just want to kind of give you guys some tips if you're thinking about doing one yourself or wondering how it went for me. I'm kind of gonna go over what my experience was and hopefully help you guys a little bit along the way. First, a little info about me for those of you who don't know. My name is Lindsay. I am an entrepreneur, I'm a writer, and I'm also an online health and fitness coach. And I'm actually on my own journey myself. So that's what this 30-day detox was for me. I was just trying to kind of get myself back on track. These past few months hadn't been so great for me as far as making myself a priority and my health and fitness a priority. As far as diet goes, I was eating pretty horribly, fast food regularly, sweets and treats every single day. I was working out pretty much five or so days a week, sometimes 6 and 7, but you can't outwork a bad diet, as the quote goes, and that's so true. So, like I said, I just decided to do a 30-day sugar detox. I actually had a challenge group that I helped along the way as well with their own sugar detoxes, and it was a lot of fun. And I just wanted to start out first of all by saying that I did lose about 10 pounds, maybe a little more, but in the 30 days I did lose at least 10 pounds. Not necessarily all of that was due to the fact that I had cut out the majority of processed foods and sugar, but I was working out 6-7 days a week as well during this time. I lost a number of inches. Off the top of my head, I don't know how many, but I did do my measurements. So I'll post those in the comments below if you're curious to see how many inches I lost as well. I lost 3 and some change percent body fat, I believe. Again, I'll post that below for sure, just so you know the number. But I wanted to start out by going over the pros and cons of doing a 30-day sugar detox, at least from my personal experience. Obviously, everyone's experience is going to be a little different when you go on any kind of detox diet. But for me, some of the pros that I experienced, obviously weight loss was a pretty big one for me, which I was happy about. I noticed a lot clearer skin. Ever since coming off of hormonal birth control back in May of last year, I had pretty bad hormonal acne due to the hormonal imbalances from coming off the birth control pill. I would get quite a bit like around my chin and jaw area, and that has almost cleared up completely, like in a matter of 30 days. So that was pretty awesome and unexpected for me. I obviously, after the first few weeks, I did notice that my cravings for sugar and fast food and things of that nature did go down significantly. Obviously, every now and then I still get a craving for something sweet, but it's so much better. I would say 99% better than it was, because I was eating sweets every single day, at least once a day before I did this, and since I started this, I've done so much better. I'm so happy with where I'm at right now. This is so funny, and I'm sure when my boyfriend watches this, he will definitely agree with this one. But I used to, before I did the sugar detox, I used to get so freaking hungry. Like, I would get weak and lethargic, and if I hadn't eaten in a few hours, I would get so moody and mean, and it was almost so bad he didn't want to be around me. Like, he was afraid of me. And I can honestly say, since doing this 30-day sugar detox, that has gone away. My Meal times have been much more consistent. I haven't had those sugar crashes, which I think is what led me to get to that hangry state. And it's just, yeah, that alone has been worth doing it, in my opinion. Because if you're anything like me and you just have to eat, you know, like clockwork every few hours, it's definitely helped me with that. Like I can go 5+ hours now without really feeling super hungry. And even when I do get hungry, it's not like that bite someone's head off if I don't get food kind of hungry. Along with that, my snacking has cut way back. I hardly snack anymore. I usually just eat 3 meals a day, and if I get hungry in between, before I eat, I'll have like a handful of nuts or some fruit or something. But yeah, that's been so much better. And if you're wondering, I've got a list. That's why I keep looking down so I don't forget what I want to say. But because there's so much stuff I feel like I want to go over. Hope it's not overwhelming to you all. But another big plus for me is I don't have that constant brain fog like I had prior to this. I would just be so lethargic throughout the day, and I couldn't think straight, and I couldn't get my mind off of what I was going to eat next or what I was going to consume as far as sweets. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's true, and it really has changed like a total 180 for me. Let's see. Overall, honestly, I just feel so much more healthy. I feel clearer in my mind. I used to get quite bad migraines when I consumed sugar. I think it's because I was consuming so much of it. But yeah, it gave me migraines. And since I've started this, I have had maybe one tiny little headache, and it wasn't even like a full-blown headache. It was just, you know, I think it was a tension headache, honestly, from sleeping wrong. But yeah, I haven't had those migraines, and that has been amazing, because if anyone's had migraines, you know how painful they are. I've noticed whiter teeth. Overall, I had some teeth, I think, that were developing borderline cavities, and they were starting to get somewhat painful and achy, and that has gone away. It is no longer painful for me, so that's been great. And obviously by cutting out sugar, I've been eating way more whole foods, real food. So obviously that's a good thing. As far as the cons, you know, they're limited. Like I said, it's going to be different for different people. But for my experience, one of the cons was I did have some detox symptoms, mostly around day 2, a little bit on day 3, but day 2 I had a pretty bad headache, like migraine headache. It was so bad that I couldn't do my work that day. I just kind of had to relax and drink some hot ginger tea. And those of you who are friends with me on Facebook or on follow me on Instagram, you might have seen me post about that. So yeah, I did have that experience, but it only lasted a day or 2. And obviously, the more sugar and processed food you consume in your diet, the longer your detox symptoms will probably last and the more severe they'll be. But that's something to think about and be prepared for. I don't think that should deter you from doing a detox, but you know, if you're not prepared for it, it can make you give up. So just be ready for that. And I did experience major withdrawal from sugar for at least 2 weeks. Like, I would have really bad cravings, but you know, you just have to push it aside and keep going, because it definitely is worth it in the end when you're done and you feel so much better and you're just able to make healthier choices in your life a lot easier. And I just wanted to say that I do still have sugar cravings from time to time. This isn't like a magic diet pill or anything. Any kind of detox you do, you still have to deal with the emotional aspect of things. And for me, I am a very emotional eater, and that's something that I'm trying to overcome. but those urges do still pop up every now and then, you know, like if I'm angry or sad about something, my instinct, whether I realize it at the time or not, is to go console myself with food, whether that be sweets or salty or things like that. But as long as you catch yourself in the moment and realize your thought process, you can kind of avoid it. But it has helped me realize where my weaknesses are when it comes to food. So that was definitely a good thing for me. And as far as just overall the detox diet, I just wanted to say that I don't think detox diets should be considered a fix-all diet. It should just be a way to kind of reset your taste buds, realign with a healthier lifestyle, and get you back on track to where you want to be overall. I don't think it's a good idea to deprive yourself of anything that you truly want for an extended period of time. So I would not recommend doing, a sugar detox as a lifestyle unless you're mentally prepared to do that, unless that speaks to you and calls to you, because I don't think that's healthy to constantly deny yourself of things that you really enjoy. It's life. There's gonna be times when we mess up. I don't even want to call it mess up, but there's gonna be times that we want to indulge in a piece of cake or we want to have pizza, and that's totally okay. I think that's normal, and as long as we're in a good place with our willpower, I guess, as long as we're in touch with what our body needs long term, then I think that's totally fine. Everything in moderation, right? But it's when we get to the point where we're eating fast food every day and we're eating a whole pack of snack-sized Reese's in one sitting or one day, that obviously becomes a problem. So I definitely recommend going on a detox diet if you've never done it. If you need help with that, I'm here for you. I can give you some advice if you need some. But again, I think it's all about balance, and I think that long term, your focus should be on healing from the inside and dealing with your emotions when it comes to food. At least that's been my experience. So with all that said, I definitely feel like this was an eye-opening and a great experience for me. It truly helped me break the addiction cycle that I had with sugar and unhealthy processed foods. Not only that, but it's helped me to, like I said, reevaluate my relationship with food. I'm at a point now in just 30 days where I can have one Reese cup or a few bites of a brownie and be satisfied, and I won't have that, oh my gosh, I gotta eat 5 more feeling like I did before this. So I do think it helped me get 2016 started off on the right foot. It helped me lose weight, it helped me feel healthier overall, and it's definitely been a huge asset for me to continue forward on my health journey. So yeah, if you have any questions about doing a detox diet or just lowering your sugar intake, I'm always here. Reach out to me. I'll put my contact info below. You can follow me on Instagram as well. My username is agent_sunshine, and I'll be happy to answer questions there for you as well. Just my biggest tip, I guess, if you're looking to reduce your overall sugar intake, is to read food labels. Things that you wouldn't guess would have added sugar, surprisingly, most of them do. Things like pasta sauce and, gosh, I don't even know, like tons of stuff. I can leave a list below for that as well of things you might not realize have sugar that do. But yeah, I hope that this video has been eye-opening for you and it's helped you in some way. At the end here, I'll show a before and after of my progress so far. And yeah, like I said, just reach out to me if you have any questions, and I hope that you have an amazing day. Thanks for watching.